You've described this week's deal between Metricon and Sumitomo Forestry as a partnership, but is Sumitomo really throwing Metricon a lifeline?
No, that can't be. That's a long way from the truth. We're very excited for this partnership with Sumitomo Forestry. The whole team is really proud of what we've been able to achieve, and it's as a result of the hard work we've done over the last 2 years to get ourselves to a great position of strength to attract such a high calibre partner in Sumitomo Forestry.
Does the deal provide some much needed liquidity to Metricon?
Metricon doesn't need any liquidity. It's as I said, we've worked hard over the last 2 years to get to a great position of strength, and it's a transaction really between the owners of Metricon and Sumitomo Forestry.
Is the plan to sell the remainder of the business to Sumitomo, and if so, when would that occur?
Yeah, the arrangement that we've reached allows for that to occur at some point in the future over maybe a 5-year period, but Sumitomo has shown through their other interests in Australia that they're not in any rush to change the ownership of the businesses they invest in, and really value the involvement of the founders of those businesses that they've invested in Australia.
Sumitomo owns Henley Homes. Will this deal this week lead to a decrease in competition in Australia's residential construction sector?
Yeah, I think one thing that's important to note is there's great respect amongst volume builders in Australia, and really great relationships. There's good, healthy competition between Metricon and many builders, and the intention is that that healthy competition will continue into the future.
But on the issue of competition, fewer owners are bound to have an impact, isn't it?
I think Sumitomo Forestry have shown already with their ownership interests here in Australia to run these businesses separately. Their focus is to deliver as many homes as possible for Australians, and not looking to consolidate or reduce competition in any way.
You've told us of the hard work that's been required to get Metricon back to this position. Inflationary pressures and supply chain failures led to many builders folding during COVID. How close did Metricon get to collapse?
I think there was a number of factors that sort of played out in COVID and post-COVID that saw a lot of large volume builders taking on more work than what they could deliver safely for their customers, and that's the piece of work we've worked on the last 2 years, is to really define what we can safely deliver so we can deliver a great customer experience for our customers.
And so you're acknowledging that that was a problem for Metricon?
It definitely was a problem for Metricon, and we worked really hard to get ourselves back to the position we've been. We've posted an $80 million turnaround in our results in the last 12 months, and that's really a credit to all the great team members across Metricon in Australia.
It certainly was a difficult time for the company and its customers. What is your response to the decision by Building Commission New South Wales to attach 5 conditions to Metricon's licence as it continues to investigate the company for terminating fixed price contracts?
Yeah, we support the decision of New South Wales Building Commission. We have got a very close relationship with the team there, and we're doing everything we can to rebuild our reputation in the New South Wales environment.
How much of a hit did that reputation take?
I think there's no doubt that with the pressure that a lot of volume builders had during that COVID and post-COVID period, that it just took too long for us to build homes. And I think many other builders experienced the same factors, and we're working hard to get those homes delivered now and get back to building on the timeframes that our customers can expect.
Does Metricon owe customers an apology for how they were treated?
I think we did everything we can in our powers. It was a pretty unique circumstance that we encountered during COVID and the post-COVID period, as did a lot of other builders, and we feel as though we did everything we could to try and get our customers into their homes as fast as possible. We hand over 500 keys every month, and our aim is to make every one of those customers as happy as possible.
The 15-month investigation into Metricon's contracting processes is ongoing. Do you know when that investigation is likely to conclude?
That's open to the New South Wales Building Commission to come to conclusion on that. We've provided all the information that we were asked to provide, and we wait their decision.
Is it a bit embarrassing for Australia's biggest home builder?
No, not at all. I think we're open to review. We're happy for the Building Commission to look at our practices to set a benchmark for the rest of the industry.
How much easier are conditions for the building sector now?
I think definitely from a cost point of view, there's great stability now in material costs. There's definitely pressure in labour costs at the back end of finishing trades. When I say that, plastering, painting, things like that. But from a time frame perspective, it's very much back to where we were pre-COVID. We're building single-storey homes now in 100 days.
You say they're back to where they were pre-COVID, but of course there is an incredible pressure to build more homes right now. What is your view on whether the right settings are in place to ensure a quicker number of builds?
I think we've got a significant amount of work to do to meet those targets. We really, encouraged by these targets being set by our federal and state governments, and I think they are ambitious, and we are falling behind at the moment, and there needs to be some significant structural change to help us achieve those targets over the next 4 years.
When you say structural change, what does that mean? What would you like to see?
I think we're definitely not lacking demand. That's one thing that is very strong in the market at the moment. We've had 2,500 groups through our display homes over the weekend. So there's a lot of qualified customers out there looking to build a home, but they're really lacking confidence. And really for them to have that confidence, there's two issues that need to be addressed. The first is affordability and the other is supply. And unfortunately, both of those need to be dealt with at the same time.
Will changing negative gearing or capital gains tax settings improve either one of those?
I think the most important thing for our governments is they need to deliver consistency and certainty to the industry. And some of the things I've seen recently, in particular last week talking about negative gearing, goes counterintuitive to that. It really does impact customer confidence. I feel as though when those sort of conversations are had in the public realm, it does undermine investors and other people deciding to make a build decision, question whether or not the assumptions that are in place will continue to be in place. And we need to do everything we can to provide safety and confidence to our customers to go on that build journey.
Brad Duggan, great to speak to you.
Thanks, Kirsten.